Oh, hello. Okay, hang on. Hang on just a cotton-picking minute here. It did take 2.5 hours to get that freaking cockatrice cap to show up, so maybe we'll have a little gambler's fallacy here, and this one will... Well, I don't even know if this guy has a rare drop, actually. A couple wishes. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna look it up. Okay, so apparently Eggplant Man does show up in the Pure Land. My only problem is, well, well, the problem with it is that if you try to farm him there, he's surrounded by other enemies that are really annoying, whereas here, all there is a ghoul. So I don't know, man. How long do I want to stand here doing this? Well, my butt doesn't want me to do it. Phew, that stinks. Holy crap, dude. Just drop it. Just drop it, please. Please. Here's the other thing. You don't want to leave this guy alive for very long, because he will start spawning little critters. It's like the Pebblers, but it's a Pure Land version of them. Oh, he can also spawn rabbits for some strange reason. Beats me. Oh, at least these guys all miss. Ooh, there's another one. Alright. How many tries will this take? I should keep all of these in to keep my reaction each time I fail to get it, you know. But at least if we do this, then we know it won't be a trap. Couple wishes. A cup of popcorn chicken, you know. So dumb. Cup of popcorn chicken. Man, that's dumb. Getting these 151 times. How dumb! I should just, like... You know what I should do? Is, like, make this a bonus video of me just grinding for this thing. You know? Because people just love that shit, and I can see why they do, you know? Because it takes the whole... That, oh, what's the word? That want for progress, but more... I can't think of the word offhand. It's like intensity, but it's the anxiousness. Like normally when you're doing a Let's Play, you always feel this need that, like, you gotta be making progress, you know, and there's all this, you know, this importance for the story. Why can't I think of that word? It's like adherence, or... I use the word all the time, I don't know why it's not one of mine. Nice. At least we're getting the ghoul, too. One other thing about this guy is he's been giving us a lot of experience. Because he's a Pure Land enemy and we shouldn't be seeing him yet. Oh wow, where did you get hit by? Maybe one of the shapeshifters outside? But yeah, I could just make this all its own video. Just of me grinding for this thing. Keeping all the farts and everything. That is assuming I do have any more farts. I had one a second ago, but that might end up in the actual video. Because that's the standards we keep around here. Oh, there, that's the peddler. Oh, jeez. Oh! Yeah, so apparently even after the patch, this still happens. It's happened to me a couple of times while I was grinding for the cockatrice cap. Fortunately, it didn't happen after I picked it up. Like, but before I went through a door or something. That would have been pretty bad. Oh, look at this. I'm already 5 levels higher than my first game when I finished. Oh, also about twice the time, too. I really was in a hurry when I beat it the first time, otherwise I wouldn't think of this as an 11-hour game. It's more like an 18-hour game. I don't know why I finished it so fast. Of course, just because that's my last save file, though, doesn't mean that it's right before the final boss. Because I probably hadn't even been to the Mana Fortress yet. There's a shapeshifter outside turned into an Eggplant Man there just now. So if you miss the Eggplant Man here and in the Pure Land, then the only way to get him is to go to the Mana Fortress and wait for a Shapeshifter to turn into him to get the drop. Which you really don't want to have to do that, because what are the likelihood they're going to turn into him? But one of those outside there did just now. It's kind of funny. Cup of Wishes, another cup of popcorn chicken. Tell you what, man. Oh, Prim's almost dead over here. I should probably fix that, shouldn't I? Alright, and you take care of him before he spawns a thing. Probably if I just hit him with my javelin, stun him so he doesn't do that. Because if he spawns that Pebbler and it actually hits us, it'll probably do about 200 damage. And we don't want that. It's probably already happened without me even realizing it. I'm sitting here talking, and I know I shouldn't be because there's no reason to. Nope, nothing there. I'm gonna keep trying for this, though. I mean, I don't mind doing this so much tonight. I'm like, normally I would mind doing it because I don't like to have the recording going while I'm doing stuff like this, but like, what's the worst that's gonna happen, really? You know, it's probably, hopefully, won't take that long. I mean, after how long the other one took to find, I don't know. I picture this as maybe taking a half hour, but even that's a long time. I mean, a half hour is a long time. That's a big chunk of a person's life. I honestly think that's the one thing about video games that I like the least. Is when they make you do things like... And they don't make you do it, that's the thing, though. But, you know, it's like a... I don't like using the word culture here, but there is kind of a completionist culture to video games. And so, like... I feel like if they know that there's people out there that are going to try to do it, they should at least make it a little less time-consuming, because... that annoys me. I know the point of it is that not everyone's supposed to find it, you know, that if you really want it, you gotta work for it, you know, but I just don't know. I don't know if items in video games are worth that kind of work. That's my problem. If it's just an item in a video game, it shouldn't be that hard to get. It shouldn't take hours to get. Yep, that was a real fart, fermented in my anus and expelled from my anal cavity. I'm keeping all this in. This is going to be a bonus video, and I'm keeping everything. I don't even give a shit. There's another one. Okay, that is what, the fourth one? I know I said before. Well, that's what people in Gerard's stream were saying. They were saying it's a 10% odds of a chest dropping, which we're definitely doing better than 10% so far. And then furthermore, 10% of the chest actually having what you want. So 1% overall. Don't run away from me. Cup of popcorn chicken. Nope. Man, oh man. Yeah, what is the likelihood I'm going to keep up this commentary though, man? I don't even know. Seriously. Rip. Man, don't be speed down in my butt. Oh man, it's just like when the slimes hit you in Stardew Valley. Speaking of slime, what? Oh, that was a mimic. Oh, jeez, I didn't even kill anything and I'm getting treasure chests now. Not yet. So I hate that. I hate that, man. Oh, I should tell that story, so I'm not talking about anything else right now. Okay, so in summer of '95, you guys remember, well, some of you know this, some of you don't. For those who don't know, I graduated high school with straight A's. But because of my inability to talk to people or look people in the eyes, I guess, whatever, it took me 19 months to find a job after that. So by summer of '95, which is like a full year later, I hadn't found anything yet. And a lot of it was my fault. I wasn't going out there and looking more, you know. I didn't really have a car or driver's license or anything to get out there and look. So that kind of sucked. Oh yeah, see that? Do you see that? See how much damage that dude did? It's disgusting. So I should start hitting him instead. try to stun him at least. So he doesn't spawn one of those. Oh, he spawned it anyway. Jeez. Oh, maybe it doesn't matter then. Anyway, back to that story. So I had this one job where I'd called like probably 3 or 4 times. There were some jobs I called for like 5 or 6 times trying to get an interview, or just trying to get them to acknowledge me or say, yeah, we got your application or whatever, just to let them know I was interested. My parents always told me that's what you have to do. You have to basically harass them, basically. That's kind of how Will Smith gets his job in Pursuit of Happiness, though, isn't it? Anyway, well, I was in the middle of doing that with one of these, and I was talking to this lady, and she was all really nice and everything. She was like the assistant manager or something, so she was saying, well, at some point in the phone call, she asked me, have you done the interview? And I was like, not yet. The way I said not yet, it's like, not yet. You know, like I was... You know, like I was really, really hoping for it or something. I was trying to be all nice and sound like I was really hoping. So I'm like, not yet. She's like, did you do the interview yet? I'm like, not yet. This is the way I said it. I have it on tape, and I hate it. Every time I hear it, I hate it. I cringe. It's like, that's just about as cringeworthy as I'll take Tyson. Not yet. It's like that's how the wife talks to her husband in Nutty Professor when she wants him to have sex with her. When she's like, Cletus, I'm on fire. You know, it's the same kind of tone. Not yet. Cletus, I'm on fire. Oh, Cletus. Oh. Cletus. Why is that so funny? It's like, when did that movie even come out? I was, what, 23 or 24 when that movie came out? And I had never heard an actor in a movie make that sort of sound before, the sound that Eddie Murphy makes when he's, like, playing a girl who's horny. He does this thing where he's like, you know, like that. He breathes like that. And I don't know if that's how a woman is supposed to sound when she's horny. I don't know. But that's the way he makes her sound. And so I always thought it was funny. He does it like 2 different times. Once when he's like the wife and she's like, oh, Cletus. And then the other time, why am I talking about this? No one, who wants to listen to this video? Seriously, this is so dumb. Oh, what is the other time? The other time is when he's playing the grandma. And she's anticipating kissing the stripper or something. I don't know. She's like, yeah, now that's what I call the muy caliente special. Then he takes a deep breath and then he's just like, or something like that. I don't know. It's just 2 different times, man. I have not gotten a single treasure chest in all this time I've been talking about Eddie Murphy having a female orgasm. This has been a weird night, y'all. See, now Prince at level 57. I have 600 HP here. I wasn't even at 500. Was I at 5? I think I was at 505 when I stopped the video. Pretty soon we're going to be at 605 here. I'll tell you. 601, actually. Not yet. No, it wasn't that bad. It was really subtle, but it's just enough you could hear it. It was probably more like, not yet. Or, no, well, not like that, but not yet. Yeah, that was okay. Of course, you also gotta consider it was 15-year-old me saying it. So it's more like, not yet. Well, that was bad. Oh, anyway. So I just got done watching Chug Conroy's 2-hour video about how he makes videos and stuff. And that was pretty inspiring. That was nice to hear. Just hearing his whole process and everything. There's a lot going on there, let me tell you. Oh, should I? Doesn't matter. Oh, the one I care about is this one. That one's dropped by a rabbi, so it's probably going to have a rabbi drop. In which case it's probably candy. Please, please, please. No, not the cup of popcorn chicken. I don't care about the cup of popcorn chicken. Oh! That was supposed to be a burp, but anyway. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, why am I singing? Jeez. You're hearing totally different music right now. It is interesting, though, how this music manages to kind of sort of grab that motif and stick it into this music. Because that wasn't there in the original, so it's kind of cool how they did that. They weren't entirely clueless, whoever was working on these musical compositions. They did some pretty clever stuff. Like, there's moments in the Mystic Invasion, the part that they added to that song, where I swear I hear Into the Thick of It playing at the same time. Like maybe in a minor key or something, or just a really strange sort of inversion or something of that motif. It's really weird. And it's kind of cool, too. And it's not bad. They're through the second wipe! Thanks, Teddy, for the mail, by the way. You're not going to be seeing this video for a while, but yeah, I got your stuff. Probably have to go ahead and sometimes people ask me, like, if I have a P.O. box, and I haven't really set one up. But it surprises me how often there's still people who are, like, interested in sending me stuff. I definitely shouldn't keep them waiting. I should go in there and just get it. Especially since I live right across the street from the post office. I mean, I live literally across the street from, well, I live on the dead-end road that's across the street from a post office, so I have to go down the dead-end road and then cross the street at the end to get to the post office, but still, it's basically within walking distance. Get out of the way. What are you doing there? Oh. And oh man. Yeah, Stardew Valley is getting difficult to record for me right now because like I'm doing 3 days per video instead of 1. And 3 days takes me about an hour and 15 minutes to do. Pretty routinely, the videos are like an hour and 15 minutes. What was I say? Aren't you supposed to be dead? So, like, what I used to do was record 6 days at a time. It'd be basically 2.5 hours, and then I'd split it into 3 videos. But now, if I record 6 days, I only get 2 videos out of it. So I'm not ahead like I was. And I'm finding it hard to stay ahead for some reason. So, oh well. It's not like a complaint or anything, it's just something I've noticed. And I am managing to stay ahead anyway, it's just, you know, it's just a little more work than I'm used to, so. Well, the thing with Stardew also is that, like, those are hard to edit, too. And something like this, the Secret Mana, is actually pretty easy. Because you're not cutting so much out. You know, in Stardew, you get to a point where you're trying to get rid of all the, you know, all the boring parts where you're not doing anything. I mean, I'll go through an entire mining trip and just not even say anything because nothing's happening. So I'm just like, I'll just cut this out later. So in that sense, it's easier because I can see that I haven't said anything. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to cut this part out then. But then something random will happen, you know, and I'll comment on it. Then I'll see that and I'll be like, oh, what did I say here? Why did I start talking here? So then I go into watch and see what happened, you know. Oh shit, there I go again. Oh, stop it, stop it. Oh man, he killed one of us. Well, it's a good thing we got so many cup of popcorn chickens here then, isn't it? Jeez, man. Cup of popcorn chicken, you ever kidding me? Here, you do that. Free my son. Let him walk right through the rain. Yeah, free my son. Make him waterborne. I'm just like saying, oh, jeez, man, really? Oh, and she's stoned now, too. Like, that really helps. I thought the point of doing this here was so we wouldn't have to deal with all the other monsters. At least you get a rabbit there. Well, I guess the best time to cure your stuff would actually be now. Like, after you killed him, you know? Let's get rid of this. Whatever it is, it ain't gonna be nothing. Get out of here. Alright, so... you analyze the chest. Get started on R2! Alright, so this is like, what, number 6 or 7 now? Yes! 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 Oh, yes. Oh, I got it. I freaking got it, man. Oh, man, that didn't take long at all. That took about a half hour, just like I said it would. Well, shoot, it didn't take that long.